To avoid angry customers, we have to provide them with the proper service. Now, that being said, there are some times when we have some angry customers, but how do we deal with that? And what should we do when we have angry customers? And what should we not do? Look, hey, if you ain't happy, you can go somewhere else. That's fine. That's fine. Look, that's fine. I already got my money. Look, I'm not doing it again. Can I take your pictures again? What? No, I already did it once. Yes, ma'am. For sure. Oh, yeah. By any means necessary. Look, we can do what you want us to do, ma'am. Oh, yeah. We got you. Whatever you need, we got you. Yes, ma'am. Our goal is to make you happy. And that is all. Is that okay? Are we in agreement? Perfect. Okay, then. Well, we will make sure everything is done. But I feel like for some people that I take pictures for, they want the camera to make them look good. Not true. See, as my job, I have to make sure that they are already ready for the camera. It's a 50-50 thing. I do my part and they do their part. So, first and most off, like, this is how important this really is. When you're dealing with a customer, you have to make sure that they are camera ready. Right? Because you can have somebody come up there and they're, oh, yes, I'm ready. They got a professional camera and this is going to look awesome. And their hair's jacked up, their makeup's jacked up, and the picture's going to be jacked up. For real. I mean, look, it's the truth. If they do not come prepared like they're supposed to come prepared, the picture is not going to look good. All right, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes I feel like people just think like the camera is just supposed to make them look good all of a sudden. Maybe I'm wrong. I deal with a lot of models and I tell them all the time, if you're going to come, if you want to take these pictures, be model ready, be camera ready. Let's have the makeup done. Let's have the proper hair. Got to line up with your face. I mean, all this plays in the key. So, I mean, I just don't know. Do they really think that the camera does the work? I don't know. All right. So anyways, so first thing first, what you want to do is you want to make sure that they know that dress is proper, is appropriate for the camera and look as appropriate for the camera. Secondly, one thing that you have to do is make sure that everything that you're going to be doing on that day is dotted down to the T, to where you know where y'all are going to be taking the pictures at, you know how and why you're going to be taking the pictures, you know what they're looking for. You just know everything. You know everything down to the T on how and why you're taking these pictures for them. Number 3, do not go through a third party. If you're taking a picture for someone, make sure you're taking a picture for that person. And make sure that you're talking to the person that you're going to be taking a picture of. The reason being is because miscommunication happens. I'm definitely guilty of this. I actually did this before. And as I was talking to the person that was supposed to be talking for the person that was going to be taking a picture, they didn't tell them that in the package that they had got did not have print included. So when the pictures got done, I sent the pictures to them and it was like, hey, will these pictures be printed out? No. Did you not know that? So I just think that pictures, or not just taking pictures. It comes with a lot of pros and cons and a lot of rules and structure. And if we don't have these structures, then we are out of line and business will not work. So, how do we deal with unsatisfied customers? That's what we really want to get down to. But the other stuff that I talked about lines up with the stuff that I'm talking about now. So if we don't have all the other stuff lined up, these people would think that what we're doing is really wrong. But if we have them lined up and we say what we want from them, then they can come prepared. That way, when we bring our service, it will come out the way they want it to. Now, of course, we can alter face shapes and et cetera, and make someone's face skinny and make someone's nose skinny and make someone's eyes big or small. We can do all that. What we cannot do is change their clothes. I mean, we can, but don't nobody want to do that. We don't want to do all that. Do you? Do you? It's a lot of work. I don't. Anywho, all right. So what they say is, customers are always right. Sadly but true, and that's just something that we just have to deal with. We should love pleasing our customers. And here's the thing: if you don't like pleasing the customer, then you're obviously in the wrong business. That's that. You're in the wrong business. This is something that you can make at least 95% happy. The other 5%, I mean, if you're making 95% happy, you're doing your thing. The other 5%, they're hard to work with, and we run into those as business owners. You're always going to run into those as the business owners, and sometimes you just have to take that and run with it and drop it to the wayside and just move on. There's nothing wrong with that. But in the process of doing so, make sure that you don't ever leave a mark to where your customer has negative words to say about you. We all have to have our dignity. Now, the first person that I showed you, he showed that there was, of course, it was a little dramatic. Yes, indeed, it was very dramatic. But he showed that there was, he cared for his customers. Like, he wanted to make sure that the customer was happy. And that's the way it should be. Of course, we don't want to overdo ourselves and say, oh yeah, you're not happy again? Let's do it again. No, we don't want to overdo ourselves. If they're not happy, they're just not that happy couple. They're not easy to satisfy. It's fine. But we have to go a little bit further for showing them that we do want to make them happy as a photographer. That is our job. Now, the second person is on a down train to no success. And that is true. Now, if we have a habit of always going to the defense with customers, we are already putting a dent into our business. And I don't think a lot of people actually talk about the customer side, this side of the photography when it comes to how do you approach your customers? How do you talk to them? Do you text them in a conversation, or do you talk over the phone? All this makes a big difference. If there is some type of disagreement with the job, make sure you have the conversation over the phone. That way you don't get no type of miscommunication through a text where they think that you're coming off wrong or such and such. That's just me. That probably is just me. I can't stand texting. I think sometimes it comes off wrong. So But I mean, who am I? You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying. That's just me. Okay. So anyways, look, all in all said and done, we have to make sure that our customer service is at top notch, 100. We get an A plus, no matter the cost or the way or the time or the how or the when or the how or the when, or I don't know what else to say. So on that note, look, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe and hit the smash on the subscribe and subscribe on the smash. All in said and done, Anthony here. Peace out.